The last time I was legally allowed to fly, I had a flight from Houston, Texas to Los Angeles with a layover in Salt Lake City. So guys, that day I was the only black man on a flight to Salt Lake City. Which means, guys, that day I was the only black man in Salt Lake City. I know this, the Utah Jazz were on a road trip. I was by myself. There was nobody there to protect me. Now, I'm on this flight. I'm hungover from the night before. I'm just trying to get home. The next thing I know, this woman comes up, taps me on the shoulder and says, excuse me, my husband's sitting next to you, but I'm sitting in the back of the plane. Would you mind switching seats so that we can sit together? And in that moment, I had to weigh a family's togetherness versus my own alcoholic frustration. So in that moment, I did the only thing I thought would be hilarious. I looked that woman in her eyes and went, and pretended like I was African, right? So she would leave me alone. But did she leave me alone? No. She stood up in front of that plane and yelled, excuse me, does anybody on this plane speak African? I'm trying to talk to this black guy sitting right here. And that pissed me off because she said, does anybody speak African? And that's not a language, but at this moment I can't let her know I'm pissed off because I decided I don't speak English and I commit to the bit. You know, like, this is improv 101. I'm yes-anding the situation and shit. I thought that was gonna be the end of it, but next thing I know, dude from the back of the plane runs up all out of breath like, hey, I just came back from a trip from South Africa. Maybe I can help translate. And then everybody on that plane raised their hands and started clapping like he saved the day. I got kicked off that flight. That's the whole point of this story is I got kicked off that flight because according to the TSA, you can't impersonate a foreign national on a domestic flight. It's always 9/11 in the sky, or Tanya was uncomfortable, whatever.